If we already know the problems of climate change and the impacts that human activity has on the environment, why do we continue to mistreat it? How long do we have to wait before people become aware of the problems that we're causing for our own environment? Hello, I'm Trevor Reese, and welcome to Things That Need to Change in the World podcast. Today, me and my team are going to talk about the importance and benefits of environmental sustainability education. We're also going to talk about why it is so important that we start educating the public about this as soon as possible.
Thank you for the introduction. My name is Khalifa Juberi, and I want to tell you a little about the urgency of environmental problems in society. Since we began to anticipate the consequences and impact of climate change, many world leaders have begun to take action to reduce the damage and change our way of seeing the world. But you may wonder, what impacts are you talking about? Well, I think that we all have evidence, either through the news or personally, how there is a loss of biodiversity, increasing pollution in cities, depletion of natural resources, and impacts on human health. Taken together, these factors have generated an urgency in society to address environmental problems, recognizing that their resolution is not only vital for the sustainability of the planet, but also for the survival and well-being of future generations. Now, we know that we have to raise awareness about these problems, and this is where education comes in. More specifically, education on environmental sustainability. According to the Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, environmental education encompasses a wide range of activities and approaches from formal teaching in schools to non-formal education in communities and organizations. Thus, education for environmental sustainability is characterized by its multidisciplinary approach, fostering the integration of knowledge and perspectives from various disciplines. This trains students to understand the complexity of environmental problems and develop innovative solutions that address social, economic, and environmental aspects. In addition, it promotes critical thinking, problem solving, and ethical decision making in relation to the environment. Education for environmental sustainability also seeks to establish meaningful connections between students and their local environment, fostering a sense of belonging and responsibility towards the community and the natural environment. Also, it promotes a long-term perspective considering the present and future needs of human and non-human generations, and encouraging sustainable decision-making and long-term planning. The study of Siriani, made in 2019, Education for Environmental Sustainability, a Green School Development, is an example of strategies used to create environmental education in schools in Africa. Their conclusion was to denote the importance of environmental education for young generations as a visible way to solve environmental problems and reduce damage to the environment. It is emphasized that the school is a central place of learning that provides environmental experiences, knowledge, and feelings related to the environment. The development of green schools, such as the case of MI Warinsango School, is presented as a form of environmental education that can lay the foundation for students' environmental actions. The authors urge the environmental education requires a combination of learning approaches such as character building, participatory learning, creating green spaces, modeling teamwork, and the use of educational games. Now, after telling you about the importance of environmental sustainability education and an example of how it can be implemented, I will leave you with the next participant of this podcast who will talk about the benefits of environmental sustainability education to address the current problem of the negative impact of human activities in the environment.
Thank you and hello. My name is Beck Anderson, and I will be discussing the benefits of environmental sustainability education to address the current problem of the negative impact of human activities on the environment. As Khalifa alluded to, this is an urgent issue that we face, and one that has been faced head-on through education on a small scale, but what really are the benefits? Research from the Project Learning Tree points at a few results of environmental education, one of which being responsible action taken to better care for the environment. They state that understanding how their decisions and actions affect the environment builds knowledge and skills necessary to address environmental issues. This makes a lot of sense, though. Instilling a sense of responsibility into the next generation of environmental caregivers gives new meaning beyond someone simply saying that it's what you're supposed to do. Another benefit found by the research from Project Learning Tree was a decline in biophobia and nature deficit disorder. While those both sound almost made up, in a world where it is increasingly easy to take shelter, literally, and ignore the environment around you, it is more important than ever to foster a sense of love and caring for the environment around us.
Environmental education holds significant importance not only within the formal education system, but also for individuals beyond their school years. According to the National Library for Medicine, the continuation and reinforcement of this education can play a vital and pivotal role in enhancing individuals' understanding of ecological systems and the impacts of biodiversity loss. This increased understanding can help empower and inspire individuals to act on more sustainable choices on their daily lives. The EPA, or the Environmental Protection Agency, discusses this topic further, suggesting that the education can help individuals improve critical thinking and decision-making based skills. They go on to emphasize the impact of reinforcing this education can have, not only promoting knowledge, but inspiring individuals to become advocates and have a voice for the voiceless too. Through this mindset, they can help to influence policy decisions and promote positive changes within their community, helping to equip them with the tools to address current issues and make informed decisions that contribute to a sustainable future. The World Wildlife Fund discusses the critical role of environmental education and the aid it brings to connecting individuals with nature. Through understanding this connection, individuals are able to cultivate a sense for responsibility towards our environment. The goal is to create a ripple effect of generations, fostering a sense of compassion and environmental handling, empowering individuals with the knowledge of how best to protect and induce policy reform for our environment.
In conclusion, this podcast highlights the urgency of the environmental problems facing our society, as well as emphasizes the importance of education in environmental sustainability as a tool to raise social awareness about such problems. Environmental sustainability education not only helps address current challenges, but also offers long-term benefits by fostering positive changes in individuals, encouraging collective behaviors in a community, and promoting the conservation of natural resources. At a time when the negative impact of human activities on the environment is at its worst, it is crucial to strengthen environmental education and equip people with knowledge, skills, and attitudes necessary to make responsible and sustainable decisions. This, in turn, may help to build a more sustainable future for generations to come. My name is Hannah Miller, and us here at Group 2 thank you for listening to our episode of the Things That Need to Change in the World podcast. Remember, we must do everything in our power to provide information about current problems in society so that we may do our part to save the world.